Hi, it's Dr. Kim Duramo from drkimd.com, physician, speaker, #1 best-selling author of the Mind-Body Toolkit and founder of the American Institute of Mind-Body Medicine. I was just listening to a really cool excerpt from a woman named Esther Hicks. She's a pretty intuitive spiritual teacher and teaches people some really powerful principles about remembering who they are, getting themselves grounded in their body and in their truth, which is so similar to what I teach. We use a little different verbiage for how we teach it, but I'm always inspired when I listen to her material. And so in one of the talks, someone was explaining to her what it was like when they had this experience and something happened. It was just so amazing, and they're trying to get back there, and they want to have that again. And they said it was just so incredible. It just felt like I was on drugs. And she said, well, you were on drugs. And what she began to explain to him is such an important principle that we all need to remember, and that is that your body has the ability to manufacture all of the chemicals, painkillers, healing nutrients, morphine, natural morphine, endorphins, antioxidants that reverse disease, everything that you need in any moment to feel great, to be energized, to fight off infection, bacteria, viruses, anything, cancer. These have already been shown in clinical studies at Harvard University, at some of the best universities in the world. But we need to remember this. Your body is a walking pharmacy. You have the ability to create any chemical that's needed for you to live in vitality and health and well-being, joy, inspiration, all of the things that really feel great to you. So what is it your body needs right now, and how can you open to that pharmacy? How can you open to that, those drugs, those chemicals inside you that will remedy anything that's going on for you? Well, one thing is to remember this. She had also mentioned in one of her talks that someone called and said, I've got to get to one of your events. I've got to get there now. I don't care how much it costs. I'm going to jump on the plane. I'm going to book the ticket. And she said, well, what is it that makes you want to do this? And the person said, well, I'm just so stuck and I feel terrible. And I know I just felt so good when I was with you. And so the one thing she had them do, and this is a really important lesson, is to connect with what was it that felt so good? What was it that felt so amazing? Like in the beginning of this video, I talked about this one person who talked about what it was like when he first fell in love and how he felt like he was high on drugs. When you imagine that experience, you think about it, you feel it, you look back to it, you talk about it, you begin secreting the same chemicals that were floating through your body when you had that experience. So that memory can ignite that neurologic reaction in your body and those chemicals to begin to bubble up and get created in your system. So depending on whether you're thinking of something you don't want, something you're afraid of, you're living in fear, or you're reliving a traumatic memory over and over and over, or you begin to think of something you do want, something you love, something you're excited about, an intended outcome. Your brain does not know the difference between the real and the imagined. So you can ignite this chemical pharmacy inside you to create the substances that help your body heal just by imagining yourself living in wholeness. So ask yourself right now, what would it be if I were living my ideal life, if I had energy, if I'd reverse this problem that I'm dealing with, and I did call on my inner wisdom and this inner pharmacy to solve the problem, to reverse the disease? How would I feel? How awesome would that be? Or think of a specific time, a specific memory, and just remember, what was it like? What did it look like? What did it smell like? What were you doing? Your brain will begin to shoot off the same activity, the activity in those parts of the brain and those memories that were active when you had that experience, and they will immediately begin to create the same chemicals and recreate that sense of vibrance and health that you had then. This is Dr. Kim Duramo from drkimd.com. Please share this video and comment, reply. I'm so excited about all the responses that I've been getting from the people just from these free videos, having outstanding results in their health and reversing anxiety, depression, pain, and medical illnesses. So I'm so excited to connect with you, sending you all of my love for a life of well-being, and I'll see you soon.